now we're at the top 2, and, you know, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, right? We just covered Neo the World Ends With You is the 3, you know, it is the bronze medal. But what takes silver in the Khaiza top 10, in the top 5, right? So, I'm gonna put it short and simple, right? Guardians of the frickin' Galaxy, man. Oh, jeez, man. Guardians of the Galaxy, goddamn, what's such a, like, a fun game, you know? This is a little bit of a bias compared to, like, Neo the World Ends With You, where I was, like, talking about, you know, that sort of dichotomy and the vice versa dichotomy you get in, like, RPGs, where either it's a good gameplay and has great story, or has, it has good gameplay but trash story, or it has bad gameplay and it has, great story, right? Guardians of the Galaxy feels like it's both, right? It's simple, it's repetitive. I could play it again and again, right? But goddamn, man, does it feel so fucking good just to play Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, man. I recently finished this game on, like, last minute before 2021 really hit the fan, right? And I completed this in, like, in the beginning week of, like, December, so it was a lot of fun, because at that time I was super busy with Neo and, like, No More Heroes, so I wanted to, like, finish up before I could get onto this game. Now, granted, right, I talked a lot of mad shit about this game, right? I talked a lot of mad shit about this game. I thought it was, like, it's gonna be super plain, you know, the characters didn't look very interesting, right? You know, everything just looks kind of like this, like, ugly, like, look to it, right? And that's what I thought for, like, Guardians of the Galaxy. But that was, like, during the E3 previews, of this game, where I just didn't like the feel, because we have this sort of, like, stigma that, you know, Guardians is going to be the Avengers, like the Square Enix of Avengers game, but we call it Avengers. It's going to be lackluster, it's going to be dry, it's going to be like the movies, just like how Avengers was. And, you know, I was a little bit hesitant to play Guardians of the Galaxy, but when I saw other streamers play it, and when I got to play it in my hands for the first time, I was like, yo, goddamn, this feels actually kind of nice, right? Like, it is what it is. It's the movie. So, plot breakdown, right? Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy follows, obviously, of course, you know, the Guardians of the Galaxy from Marvel: Peter, Gamora, Rocket, Groot, and Drax, right? The OG Guardians, right? And, you know, they're doing their shtick, you know, hunting down monsters for money and for, like, justice and whatnot, you know. Till all of a sudden, like, they find a soul stone lurking, and within it, like, has this, like, what was it? This purple, like, creature, this purple, like, black haze type of creature that was inside the soul stone, and accidentally brought upon by Peter and Rocket with their, like, squabbling, of course. And, you know, Rocket, wait, hold on, why did it end? The fuck, why is it still going on? Okay, this is weird. Why isn't it, like, there for 10 minutes? There you go. There you go. Jesus Christ. I was like, what the fuck? There you go. What the hell happened? Peter gets into trouble. Peter and the gang gets into trouble with the Nova Corps, or the Green Lanterns of Marvel. And, you know, what is it? They do get a lot of like asshead into trouble. They are, like, the freaks of, like, Marvel. As, like, what the movie says, what a couple of losers. What a couple of shitheads. You know. And I like, and Um, then we get introduced to like some of the more in-game plot of Guardians of the Galaxy with the Nova Corps' personal like Star-Lord's love interest, which is Kor-El. You know, not like Cora Zor-El like in DC or shit. Not to use Superman fucks. But Kor-El is a member of Nova Corps who was like buddy with Star-Lord, right? And they had like a good time like going, you know, shit like that, right? And what happened was, before they met up was they meet a fellow kid named Nikki, and Nikki is the daughter of Kor-El, and Peter later deduced this humorously enough that like he is the father of Nikki. So like what reaps have you sowed, you know? Wait, let me see the soundtrack. Okay, good. Let's try to make sure. And then all of a sudden, an explosion goes out. Peter asks Kor-El to like ask for a debt of money. So Kor-El finds the gang with 7,000 units, which is like currency for them, and they go to the option that's like best available for them, and that's to go to this person named Lady Hellbender, who is a beast tamer and a galactic nefarious beast tamer of sorts. And you know, that's really cool. I really like that. It's a nice, interesting twist of how the Guardians of the Galaxy try to get their plans in motion. You either like it's all like choice based, right? Well, that's a little bit of like a gameplay tease, right? The gameplay tease has you pick like options, so it's very much like a Mass Effect type of style game where you pick like decisions, and those decisions like create your outcome. And whatever and I think like if you pick routes, like you do like a stealth mission. If you pick rocket, it becomes an all-out like action getaway scene. Either way, you escape Lady Hellbender and you try to figure out a way to like pay the fine. Then after that, you find out that like Nova Corps has been like brainwashed by the Grand Universal Church of Truth, which is like a sect that belongs to Grand Unifier Raker, like a religious nutjob that uses the Soul Stone to convert everybody in the galaxy as shitheads, as wackadoo religious nutjob shitheads. You won't find that out until like when you get to like nowhere and then enter the Nova Corps again. But what else, right? Excuse me. Ooh, excuse me. What was I gonna think about? Trying to like remember the plot. Of like Guardians. Oh, of course, with the help of like Cosmo, the space pup, Russian comrade pupper over there, you know. They get to like the Nova Corps. They find out that it was not only Grand Unifier Raker, but also Nikki, who has also been tempted or like bonded with the Soul Stone, because what happened to Nikki and also Kor-El is that Kor-El went to the excavation site where Peter and Rocket had that squabble over with the Soul Stone, and you know that like purple thing that like gushed out, it was like hiding in those outposts. And what happened is that what was it? What happened is that Nikki bonded with the Soul Stone, like she she thinks that the universal truth is like her salvation to like see her mom back, which all in all is an illusion. Then of course everybody gets super fucked up by seeing like the quote-unquote promise that the Soul Stone can offer, right? The Soul Stone can offer so much for you. That you get to see your loved ones. Drac is especially grief-stricken because of the loss of his family. That's his character lore. So, what happened afterwards, after they failed to save Nikki for the first time? When they failed to save Nikki for the first time, they go to like a Mars-like world, because Drax was like swayed by the promise, and they had to get Adam Warlock, who is later going to be in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie Part 3, right? That's going to be super exciting. But oh god, my hair. But Adam Warlock joins the team, right? Because, you know, some business that he had with Grand Unifier Raker. He is like the sole reason that like the church was made, because he bonded with the Soul Stone first, and then that shit gave up because of like this deity that's inside the Soul Stone, that purple like creature, Magus. And and then the second attempt for Nikki almost failed, so they retreat back, and they go to the last ditch effort they could possibly go to for the Guardians of the Galaxy, and that's to fight a dragon by the name of Fin Fang Foom. Fin Fang Foom, the infamous Marvel Chinese dragon that's in this game, literally hiding in like a fucking outpost, in an ice world, not an ice outpost. What am I saying? An ice world, and you know, shits and giggles. Everybody discovers their personas. Everybody, throughout the course of the journey, they discover like who they are, what it means to be like a Guardians of the Galaxy. Rocket faces his fear of water. Groot saves everyone by using this tree magic. Gamora actually found out she killed her sister. Drax accepted that, you know, loss is okay. Loss is okay, and Peter faced his fears of not backing down. Faced his fears of which is fear, and Peter, god damn it, Peter faced his fear of, confronted his fear of, you know, always trying to take like the quick route or the easy route and just like confronting things head on. That's very good. And so by the third time, everybody is ready. Everybody rocks and rolls. They convince Lady Hellbender to save them because they defeated Fin Fang Foom. They convince Nikki that she really is messed up in the head. And of course, they defeat Grand Unifier Raker, and of course Magus, which is like a secret boss battle all the way towards the credits. Very fun, very awesome style game, right? The story, like, I remember a lot of, because it is like an emotional journey. I really dig that about Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Which, like I said, this is why I like talked about so much about like the lore and the story, because, you know, it is Guardians, right? It feels like it's the movies, but it does so much better than the movies, in my honest opinion, right? Whereas like the movies, you know, we kind of know what's going on. It's mostly focused about like Peter and shit like that. Well, mainly Peter and Gamora, sometimes Rocket, but just as like a side gig, you know. But in here, I feel like Guardians excels with everybody. Like, everybody gets like a piece of the pie, and everybody's like fleshed out, you know. I really dig that a lot about Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy to a T. And not only that, is like the gameplay is super fucking fun too. They made like the gameplay of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy focused around like Peter, and Peter is, you know, Star-Lord. He shoots like pew-pews from his like handguns, and that's how he rocks. And it's a team-based game, so it's kind of like Final Fantasy 15. It's kind of like Final Fantasy 15, chat room, where like you control like one character, and you use like your buddy system to like issue commands with another team member to take out some dickheads. And you know, it really is Final Fantasy 15 for that reason. Albeit it's not like the Royal Edition, right? It's not the Royal Edition of Final Fantasy 15 where you get to control every single player. So it feels like base Final Fantasy 15. It feels like base, and you know, that's not a bad thing, right? Do I wish that like maybe Guardians could have like playable characters, like swap between characters, like you could play as Gamora or like do this shit? No, I don't think so. I feel like this is fine where it is. Although I am guaranteed that like a oh, sorry. I am guaranteed that there is going to be a sequel to this game, right? There is going to be a legit sequel to Guardians of the Galaxy because, you know, this game won Best Narrative. This game, like, literally looks a way better version than Marvel's Avengers. What? What do you mean? What's with the wow? Jesus. Yeah, but Guardians of the Galaxy, I really love to, like, AT. Feels like just, it's, again, it is just the movies. It is just like a movie version of Guardians of the Galaxy, but done way better. Was a good story. Yeah, it really was a good story. Like, you could definitely feel like certain, like, you could definitely feel like, things, treading along in a smooth pace and not like haphazardly everywhere. You feel like you could follow the story and follow the characters of where they are from like point A to point B, sometimes point to C, but always like in a general linear direction, but not too linear, you know? Every character feels like they're fleshed out, right? From the talks between the Guardians to like the side characters like Mantis and Adam Warlock, Grand Unifier, Raker, all that stuff. Just finished spending the time with mom. She came home. Hey, nice. That's good. Maybe we could do like a hangout between my mom and your mom, Dan. If that's okay. Oh, Jesus. Because I really do like to have mom spread her social circle a little bit. So snowy. The year is almost over. What's up, Crazy Spanks? Yes, the year is almost over. We are reaching like the end. We are in the end game now. Of course. Hopefully after Rona we can have like a get together. Oh yes, definitely. Yeah, I really would like that. Yeah. Today, mom got the booster today. Mom got the COVID Moderna booster for the vaccine, so she's pretty much good. Now I just have to wait for my turn, which is going to be on Monday at 11. Hopefully I get like my shot soon, you know. Yeah, but yeah, definitely, man. I really want to like have mom to spread her wings a little bit outside of family, of course. What was I talking about before? Oh yes, but yeah, like the characters feel like they're so fleshed out in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Everyone feels like they're so organic. And that's like where I was like drawing the comparison between this game and Neo The World Ends With You. Like every character in Guardians of the Galaxy feels like an organic human being. Like they have lines for this action and so for this action and so for that action, right? It feels like, you know, an engaging piece, an engaging dialogue piece, right? And I didn't necessarily feel that for Neo The World Ends With You, because like I said for Neo, with Neo The World Ends With You, characters feel like they're robots. They just like jumbled out, they just like came out from an anime dialogue robot, right? They just like pushed them out and just like, these are the words that you have to like work with. That's it. Which, you know, You know, like, that's why I kinda, well, don't like anime in the first place, because, you know, after a while, of course, you know, first anime experiences are, like, fresh and new and, like, it's there, but after, like, every so or now animes with, like, the friends or, like, the homies, or, like, just, like, random findings on, like, anime lists, it kind of tends to feel very, very flowcharty. Like, I don't like that. It doesn't feel organic. Characters are not really, like, fleshed out. They're just, like, tools. They're, robots. They are tropes. And I don't like tropes that much. Sometimes changing the trope is better than just, like, keeping the trope. And I like Guardians of the Galaxy because it doesn't, like, shy away from, these tropes, because characters evolve. Characters, change for the betterment of the story, and like that's good. That complements well. That complements with the narrative. Like, you can tell how much pain and struggle each of the Guardians went through because of like dialogue trees, and of course through the main story. They did a good job. Felt bad for Peter. Yes, they really did a good job. Goddamn, Eidos Montreal and Square Enix, goddamn, they did a good job. Felt bad for Peter? How so, though? Well, oh yeah, true. Yeah. They talk about, like, his memories of, like, the Chitauri army just, like, busting up his home, and they shot his mother dead blanket in the stomach, and then they just, like, captured him. Yeah, that's really rough. It feels really bad. But in a way, it's better. Like, you know, compared to the movie version of Peter, where he was the son of a celestial lord, even though they kept that here, right? He's like the son of a Spartex prince, or Spartex king, something of that nature. But you know, it's not. But the movie was just like the movie, and it was just only focused around Peter, and you know, Peter is fine, but the movies have shown us that, like, Peter can be an idiot. Especially in Infinity War, where he was not thinking with his brain, he was thinking with his heart and dick. Because Thanos killed Gamora for the Soul Stone. I'm like, the fuck, dude? For a woman? For a goddamn woman? Fine then, Peter. Jesus. Fine, Peter, I get it. Jesus Christ, man. It had to be done. It had to be done. True. I mean, well, let's put it in this way. It had to be done because of writing. They could have done Joss Whedon and, like, the writers of Avengers Infinity War could have written, like, a completely different scenario. But what they wrote is what we wrote. But what they wrote is what they wrote. It is what it is. So yes, you are right, Crazy Spanks, it had to be done, but I'm just saying, like, there could have been another alternate route for Infinity War if Peter could just keep his dick tight in his pants. If he just keep his crotch in a fucking chastity belt, that would be nice. That would be nice, but nope. He just has to, like, be 6 inches deep in erectness. Let me see. But yeah, like, overall, like, it was a great job that Guardians of the Galaxy did for that Square Enix and Eidos Montreal did for Guardians of the Galaxy. It feels like, yeah, because again, I'll say for a third time, it feels like watching the movies but better. The voice actors were really spot on. They definitely nailed, like, Peter in this one. Gamora sounds pretty cool. Rocket is cool. Drax is super dope. Yeah, I just like everything about, like, Guardians of the Galaxy. And this is kind of like one of the newer games of, like, 2021 that I feel like I want to play again. I'm playing again to this day because of, like, all the different interactions and, like, cutscenes, right? Damn, it's just so much fun just to, like, find out what happens to what and what happens to who, you know? You get, like, topics of themes like grief and loss, which is, like, the main thing of the Soul Stone. Soul Stone literally revives shit back to life. And, how it deals with like trauma that Nikki experiences, that like, it is true. It is a real life principle. Losing like a loved one can be a bitch. Can be like a pain in the asshole that you can never recover from. But they handled it so well, right? Like, we could just like scream and rage and piss, but like with the Soul Stone, it's like the promise of like seeing them again. You can't risk that promise for keeping reality. You want to be in that promise forever, that illusion. And it's really well played, man. I really dig it. It's like you feel bad for like Nikki because she had to lose. Well, Nikki, by lore reasons in this game, she is adopted. She is a war baby. Corel literally found her in the battlefield of war, just like crying, and like she was gonna hand her over to the Kree Empire, right? But we found out in Kree that like they're pretty much fucking assholes. They like to keep the biology just one-to-one intact. I really do not. No. She is not of Kree blood, therefore she must die. No. That's stupid. I don't want that. That's dark. That's grim. It could have been a completely different venture, like Peter and Corel, but no, that could have been way more in line with the movies. It has to be with Nikki. But yeah, like this is one of like the few games that like I actually want to like play on replay, Like I just want to see what other options are there for Guardians of the Galaxy that was like super engaging. What other shit can you what other shit can you do, or what can you say about Guardians of the Galaxy that was super enticing? And I really do appreciate Guardians of the Galaxy for that reason alone, Engaging with Rocket, engaging with everybody, just having a good old blast. Because like this is like Mass Effect, but with Final Fantasy 15 gameplay, and it really shines. It really fucking shines the way that it is, And so, yeah, like I like the game. Well, back to the gameplay. Like I like the gameplay of Guardians of the Galaxy. Again, you play as like Peter, so you like shoot a whole bunch, right? You like shoot everything in the known. There you go. You like control Peter, and you get to control your teammates to do like team co-op attacks for like insane damage, shit like that. It was super fucking awesome. Of course, like the boss battles are really goddamn awesome as well. Fighting Fing Fang Foom, fighting Magus, Grand Unifier Raker, the squid demon thing from Lady Hellbender's level. It was super fucking nice. Everything just about this game feels so goddamn right. Albeit outside of like, you only just do like shooting, so no actual fucking like combat, right? You just like shoot a whole bunch. You're like literally Ranger from fucking DNF and just like shoot for days. And you have unlimited power. It's like Ranger on crack. But I do dig Guardians of the Galaxy for what it is, being a Guardians game that's like super like fleshed out, super respectful to like the characters. I died there, Jesus Christ. Super respectful to the characters, super respectful to like the lore and like the verse of Guardians. Like voice actors and like characters felt like they had a lot of fun with this game, and it shows, man. It shows. Everybody, I feel like, had a lot of fun just doing engaging side conversations with everybody. I would love to like see the behind the scenes of the voice actors for Guardians, that would be something really interesting. But yeah, I liked everything about Guardians, man. Now just like I wish for a Guardians 2 and not continue up on like the Avengers, right? Because everybody knows that the first Square Enix Eidos Montreal game that they made was the Avengers, and Avengers was It's kind of like the MVCI, it's kind of like the MVCI roadmap of just fucking themselves over from the start. Albeit, you know, it's Avengers, right? You know, there's nothing that could go wrong, but there was a lot of things that went wrong with Avengers. Paid live service game, you know, muted as fuck colors. I might buy the sequel to this game if they make one for it, since the first game did not seem that bad. Oh yeah, definitely. That's a clear sentiment, Crazy Spanx. You know, right? Like, you know, it wasn't that bad. It's definitely winner of like narrative from like the Game Awards. But damn, does it really show off that it is like a Guardians game with like superb voice acting, I feel, with like good narration. I feel it's just overall it feels so great. Ooh, honey water. And of course, like, this is like an action game, right? So you get this like really cool mode of just doing like your devil trigger mode, which is like huddle up. And then if you choose the right words carefully, everybody gets a power boost. But if you don't, you only get the power boost. So I really like Guardians of the Galaxy gameplay because it's like a Final Fantasy, but with like Devil May Cry isms. I really dig that a lot. However, let's start out like the cons. This is a not stream-friendly game. Let me tell you right now, this is a not streamer-friendly game, and guess why? It's the music. The music really fucks up the playing experience of Guardians of the Galaxy. There is so much copyright material music from this game that it would be a streamer's nightmare, and like uploading that shit on YouTube, oh boy, you better lawyer your ass up. You better lawyer your ass up, because if the YouTube algorithm finds any sign of like Never Gonna Give You Up or Take Me On Tonight or Africa by Toto or some shit or Bob Marley, you better get fucking Daredevil as a lawyer, and you better lawyer your ass up. You are not gonna get away with that. You're not.
What the hell is this?
Exactly, what the hell is this, right? This game was made with the intention that it is not made for streamers. You can stream this game. There is a streamer mode in this game, right? You can have muted audio, but Guardians of the Galaxy, what makes it so special is the fucking music that comes along with it. When you're beating down enemies, like, I had to like finish the game on stream, and then I played it off stream with like homies and shit just to like showcase it off. And I'm like, bro, why does the music make it so much better? Like, I'm literally beating like a gold tentacle fuckface, right? I'm literally beating like those gold guys in the game, and my Devil Trigger song when I huddle up is Bob Marley's Don't Worry, Be Happy. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? I hate it. I can't enjoy the game as God intended it to be anymore. All I hear is just mute music. The only safe songs are in the game, which is like the Star-Lord fictional band that's in this game. Nothing like Kiss or Rick Astley or Toto. So many different like artists that defined our youth in the 80s and 90s. Well, if you're older, that could be like you would be like very old. If you're like 90s or like early 2000s, oh my god. Holy shit. But yeah, man, that's the only like gripe I have with Guardians of the Galaxy, is that its music can suck my nuts. Really, it does. Cause I had a lot of times where I had to like mute the music so that I could enjoy the experience. and I feel like, oh my god, why, man? Why is the game like this, where it cucks you so hard because YouTube algorithms and Twitch algorithms of just having safe for work environments, because music is a bitch. Music really is a bitch. Everybody is so sensitive about, you know, their copyright placement holders that we can't enjoy things anymore. That's just how it be. Other than that, there's other than that, there's the infamous like glitch at the very end of Guardians of the Galaxy where it like I had to like stop stream a few times just to see what the fuck was going on, because I was having drop frames like insane. You know, my player, whenever I would play have like a live preview of Guardians of the Galaxy, right, is that it would just like drop to like 120 frames, and I have no idea what the fuck is going on, and it's still decreasing. So apparently that's like a glitch in like the Guardians of the Galaxy ending of the game. You know? So I get that. I wish they could like fix that later on, Square and Eidos, right? I wish they could fix that for later on for streamers, right? But damn, Jesus, that was rough. That was rough, man. What else? You know? But yeah, like, Guardians of the Galaxy is a fun video game. Like if you want to have like a good story, but also good gameplay, Guardians is definitely for you. It's like it's a good fun ride for like 3 days and a half if you want to like do everything. If you want to find out everything, you know? But yeah, Guardians is like number 2 on my list. I give it that, you know. I cannot deny like the superbness of Guardians 2 just being like super organic, super fun, you know, super high octane as it is like an RPG, you know, because it is an RPG. It's not categorized as an action game, funny enough, even though it definitely feels like an action game with all these like team dynamics and like crazy shooting and like dodges and QTE moments, you know. It definitely feels like an action game more than anything, more than an RPG. But hey, it is what it is.